What up, dog? What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? What's happening?
Yeah, don't get shot now. They getting shot now.
I know, right?
We got that Avion cracker back there. Look at him. Now, don't get quiet. Man, good to see you, man.
No question. Likewise. Likewise.
It's always like a homecoming when you in the M, you know?
Right. What's up? How y'all doing out there? Y'all good? I like the ratio.
Yeah, no doubt. You know how we do it.
It's working.
Man, so I wanna ask you first off, the album drops on Friday the 13th.
Yeah.
Church in the Streets.
That's right.
Now, you're known for, man, talking that talk, talking that street talk, motivating the streets.
That's what they tell me.
Inspiring the streets, inspiration for the streets.
That's what they tell me.
Through your eyes and what you've been through. Can you? But it seems like you've turned a little bit. You know what I mean? And talked about, you know, a little bit of what's going on socially and politically. Can you tell us a little bit about, you know, what the project is about or what the album is about?
Yeah, I mean, I always talked about what was going on socially, you know what I'm saying, politically, from the recession to now. So this project ain't nothing no different, but it's just, you know, when you think about Tupac, you know what I mean, and they died at the prime of their career. You think about Biggie, so you just never knew what they were involved into. You see people like Jeezy and Puff doing other things, but you know, I'm the street representative, and this is what I'm involved into. I'm involved into somebody that's very aware of what's going on around them, and I'm gonna speak on it because that's what I've been doing since day one. You know what I'm saying? So my message has always been motivation and inspiration and dedication and hustle and all that. But this is a grown man telling you that now.
True that.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it's still the black tees, you know what I mean? You know, maybe Louboutins instead of Chuck Taylors, but you know what I'm saying? The message is the same. So that's, you know, that's basically where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? I'm just looking at the world and I'm putting out what it give me. And that's what it give me, you know.
You know, from the first album, I remember when you were on your promo run and, you know, and then what was out, you had
right.
You know, so many big street records from the mixtape series, and it changed. Right. It really changed the blueprint for what artists do with flooding the streets of mixtape market by market, you know what I mean, and doing that. You've had a lot of big mixtape records, man. A lot of that is you know, taking your material, I mean, forever. Like now you got to do what Jeezy said. There are people that are now in their 20s that grew up as teenagers on your music, on your catalog.
Yeah, don't make me
Nah, you know that. But
Don't
you know,
tell it.
right.
I've seen
Don't tell it.
I've seen a progression. I've seen a progression, like you said, is you maturing in your music as well. For being in Atlanta, for example, for the Hip Hop Awards, and then 10 hours later, you're at the Million Man March.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, that's what it is, though, man. You know, we grown men in this life, so you know, it's always been bigger than just the hood. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, you gotta get out and touch people and see what's really going on in the world. You know what I'm saying? When I came up, I thought the world was my neighborhood. You know what I mean?
Right. No doubt.
I never knew about Orange Mound, Black Haze, none of that till I came here, and I was like, okay, this is just like my hood, but it's a little different. So when you start moving around the world, you see there's hoods and there's business people and there's politics, but it all go together because we all in the same pot. You feel me?
Yeah.
So you got to watch the whole board. You can't just watch what's going on your corner. You got to watch what's going on in the whole city. You know what I'm saying? So that's what this is really about. You know what I mean? And to answer your question, a lot of the times with a lot of the records I was doing, I just wanted to really be heard in the beginning. So that's why I was doing the mixtapes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I put blood, sweat, and tears into those tapes because I just wanted people to hear my message, and it worked. You know what I'm saying?
No doubt.
Thank God for that. But it worked. You know what I'm saying? I used to go to this club and it's called Prime Time on the east side of Atlanta. And I used to pull up and pass out my CDs. I was in a Ferrari, of course. But
Already.
But I used to get out the car and walk around the club in the parking lot and pass out my CDs. And that was one of the first clubs I ever got a show at. And when I saw the progression, I was like, you know, if I can do this around the whole world, I think the outcome would be the same. And that's when I just started, you know, hitting different cities and, you know, being on the scene and passing out my music and, you know, running through the hoods and it just started connecting the dots and it was like real. So when you see these young cats now, you know, putting their music straight out, that's what I wanted to see. That's what I did this for. Like I never wanted to be signed to a label. I just didn't have a choice. But now it's like, you know, to see the cats going straight from the studio straight to the streets. Right. That's what it's about. You don't want no middleman. He gonna step on your product and put it back together. You don't want that. That's that re-rock.
I hope y'all listening.
What do you think about ghostwriting in hip hop, and do you think it has a place in hip hop? I mean, what's your position on it?
I mean, you know, look, if it works, it works. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. You know what I'm saying? And I just think, you know, you got plenty of talented people. So, you know, some of the biggest records that I ever had were written by somebody else, not for me, but you know, for somebody else to sing the hook.
True that.
A little guy from Orlando wrote "Go Getter." You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And I gave it to R. Kelly and told him to sing it. You know what I'm saying?
That
After I tried to put my homeboy on the hood from the hood on it, that ain't work though. But you know what I'm saying? Shouts out to Lil Will. But look, right? So you know, I ain't. You know, to me, man, it's like, you know, it's business, man. You know, people want to be entertained, and sometimes you need some type of other inspiration. I think. And R&B has always been that way. I'm quite sure Beyonce hasn't wrote all her records.
Right.
But she sounds lovely singing them. And I want to hear Beyonce sing the record. I don't want to hear the girl who wrote it sing the shit.
I mean, it's like you say, it's kind of like building a house or building that mansion. It's a lot of it's not just one person. It's a lot of hands.
Moving parts.
Right. It's a lot of moving parts. It's a lot of hands. You know what I mean?
But the difference between somebody like that and myself is like, you know, I talk about my struggle. I talk about my journey. So I don't think nobody else been on my path that can write that for me, you feel me? But when you start talking about music in the music industry, it happens all the time. So it's like you can't really look at it as a bad thing or a good thing. You know what I'm saying? You gotta look at it as music. You know, I've been in the studio plenty of times. I'm like, man, who, you know, people write other people's raps and they say it and they work.
That's what's up.
They go sell a lot of records and you be looking like, damn. You know, maybe I'm working too hard. You hear me? I've been here all night trying to figure this out. But you know, it's love though. It's the game, baby.
Spending a lot of time with a lot of artists, man, through the years and having a chance to talk to them, it seems like you're in a much different place. Like you said, like there's never any pressure on you. It seems like there's so many. Every once in a while, you have like a Jeezy record pop up on the email. It's like, well, damn, where'd this come from? You know what I mean? Like, and then 2 weeks later, another record pop up. Like, damn, you know what I mean? So I don't know. Your work ethic, do you constantly work or do you go hard for a couple weeks, for a couple months, put it on pause for 10 days, you know what I mean? Because it seems like your hard drive is, you know what I mean, like it's just heavy with material.
I'm 365, man. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I don't know how to chill, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Every day, all day, I treat, you know, anybody on my, by the way, I got a great team, so they make sure I'm good, but anybody on my team will tell you, man, if you can't find Young, he in that studio. Right. And then I might not even leave. Like I might, you know, they might have to bring me breakfast up there or something the next day because I ain't left yet. ARs over here, they pop like gold bottles. 47s